Good afternoon. Welcome on in to another episode of From Day One. This afternoon we have our good friend Father Skeptic with us, with a gentleman just practicing to become the next Sobsit in training in court.
Hey guys, and welcome to today's video. Today, we have a possible sovereign citizen. And I only say possible because I've been covering sovereign citizens for a while now, and this guy says some very sovereign citizen-ish nonsense that follows from the recent American state national movement. Now, I've said it before, so I'll say it again. American state nationals are nothing more than sovereign citizens in denial, and they can't swim. So let's begin.
All right, we are on the record in file 23-21516-FH, People versus Donald Raymond Lamont Lester. We are here today for a pretrial hearing in this case, and we are proceeding today by video conference and also in person. We are, or first let me ask the attorneys to place their appearance on the record, beginning with Ms. McClure.
B.B. McClure, on behalf of the people.
Your Honor, Michael Dagger Margosian for Mr. Lester.
All right, and Mr. Dagger Margosian, where do we stand with Mr. Lester's case today?
Your Honor, at this point, I don't, there's a breakdown of attorney-client relationship. I can't move forward and represent Mr. Lester. I've, without getting into the details, obviously those are privileged, but it's clear that Mr. Lester either needs to move forward pro se, and I can certainly be on standby, or I can conflict this out, but our office is not going to be able to represent Mr. Lester.
Yeah, I would like the ACLU to pour. I poured everything to the ACLU. They already have my file and the Civil Rights Commission.
Mr. Lester, I'm sorry, but the microphone at the jail is really bad. There's a bad echo there.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, so I can hear you. The issue is if you could talk not quite so loudly, because it's an echo in the room that causes the problem.
I'm in the ACLU and the Civil Rights Commission already are on notice. You can move my file to those. I have sent them my complaints. I've also got the failure to appear, what I was picked up for in the first place, was dismissed. And Mr. Bargosian is trying to move forward with a trial, and I'm not feeling that. I want to move for an immediate dismissal because I was harassed for 3 days.
Even if your claims of harassment were true, harassment is not a get out of jail free card, especially when said harassment stems from the fact that you're being held in jail against your will.
And they already have wind of this. There should be they should be asking for the body cams from August 2nd as well as the 4th. I still haven't went over any evidence. So the Civil Rights Commission has my paperwork and my affidavits rather, and the ACLU is on standby as well. I just rather for my whole file to go to them and let them represent them, let them take a look at what's going on. I don't have any transcripts. I haven't talked to Ms. Margosian since then. I had to have the jail email the courts for a court date because I've been sitting here for so long. Like I said, the failure to appear got dismissed. That's what I was picked up for originally.
Okay, so Mr. Lester, you've been charged with possession of methamphetamine and 2 counts of assaulting, resisting, obstructing a police officer. You have previously been represented by the public defender's office, and they are requesting to withdraw as your attorney at this point. If that were to happen, another attorney would be assigned to you.
I just said the ACLU. I don't know what part of that nobody understands, but the ACLU is on standby as well as the Civil Rights Commission. I said it again.
Well, you could say it till you're blue in the face, but until the ACLU files an official appearance on your behalf, your options are limited. You can either hire the public defender, hire a private attorney, or represent yourself.
You can forward that all over there to them, and they'll take the case without no money.
Also known as pro hobo.
You know, like
all right.
I know.
So, Mr. Lester, that is not an option that I have to send this case over to the ACLU. If you want the ACLU,
I do though, because I do though. So let's get that understood. Now I have that opportunity to do that, and I'm requesting that on record.
okay, you can request that, but the court is not in a position to do that. If you want someone else to represent,
am, sir. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It's not simple as you just putting the case together and sending it to them. It's not even you. Mr. Margosian can do it. It's not even your office that needs to do it.
Mr. Lester, please don't interrupt me when I'm talking to you.
Right. Here we go.
All right. Right now, the public defender's office represents you. I'm going.
No, they don't. He just said he didn't want to represent.
All right, Mr. Lester is off camera. I don't know whether he's still in the room.
I'm
or
standing
not.
right here. I can hear everybody. I'm here as a third-party intervener and a special appearance.
Well, there you go. Third-party intervener, demand for dismissal, special appearance, and civil rights incarceration violations. Now, I've been watching enough sovereign citizen videos to know that this idiot is in his first trimester of becoming a glue-sniffing sovereign citizen baby.
All right, Mr. Lester, are you in agreement with Mr. Dagger Margosian's request to withdraw from your case?
That's on him. Like I said before, I wanted to go to the ACLU or the Civil Rights Commission. I'm going to say it again for the court of record. They are on standby. They already know about all of this. I shouldn't have never been picked up in the first place. I was harassed for 3 days. 3 days. And you have the transcripts right there in front of you when the officers admitted that they just wanted me. And it's in the police report.
Mr. Lester, Mr. Lester, I need a yes or no answer to the question of whether you were.
Again, that's on him.
Mr. Lester, I've muted your device, Mr. Lester, because you are being disruptive and you are not allowing this court process to continue. I'm going to give this one more opportunity. I'm going to unmute your device. I'm going to ask you the question. If you don't answer or if you continue with this disruptive behavior, I am going to hold you in contempt and sentence you to 93 days in jail.
Very unprofessional.
Mr. Lester, are you in agreement or are you not in agreement with Mr. Dagger Margosian's request to withdraw as your attorney?
Would you please? Yeah, I'm in agreement. If you please send that file over to the ACLU, please.
You know, if I was his lawyer, I would just pack all of his shit up in a box, write ACLU on the side of it, and throw it out the window. What about you, dipshit? You okay with that?
I'm in agreement with that. Mr. Margosian, are you in agreement with you send that over to the ACLU, please?
Can I get like a contact information? I mean, I don't just send a file to
You
the
know,
ACLU.
okay, yeah, but you know where the ACLU's office is. I can get that to you. Yes, no problem. We can go off screen. I can get that to you. I have it right here in front of you. No problem. No problem.
And if that for whatever reason, I mean, that's outside the norm of
Man,
what
I'm not. It's as simple as
All right.
name. My rights have been violated. You know that. We're not going to keep going back and forth. I'm not doing it.
All right. Mr. Lester, please stop. So Mr. Lester has consented to Mr. Dagger Margosian withdrawing as his attorney. If there's some arrangement for Mr. Dagger Margosian to send information to the ACLU, that is, court has no control over whether he is going to do that, and the court has no authority to require him to do that.
And Your Honor,
What the court is required to do under this process is to provide for the appointment of a special public defender. If Mr. Lester can get the ACLU to represent him, then you need to make arrangements to do that. And if there's an appearance filed by the ACLU, then they are welcome to represent him. But as it stands now, he is without attorney, and the court will make the appropriate arrangements to have a special public defender appointed. If the ACLU wants to substitute in place of that person, they are welcome to do so.
Yeah. I also like for a PR bond. I've been sitting here almost 180 days. My bond is ridiculous. My family's not going to be able to pay that.
You do realize that your family wouldn't need to post a bond if you weren't out in public possessing illegal narcotics, right?
All right, I will adjourn this case to February 7th.
I'm requesting a bond, please, for the court of record.